Good evening and welcome. You're watching Newsbreak with me, Sanjay Jha. Let's get you some breaking news on the story that we are going to be tracking for the next 20 minutes. Haryana Police has registered an FIR against unknown cops of the Rajasthan Police. This has now very clearly the issue of cow vigilantes and the action that they took has become completely political and has become a brawl, a fight between two police forces and two states, between Haryana and Rajasthan. A couple of days after, many cops in Haryana were accused of shielding and providing patronage to these vigilante groups. Now, Haryana Police has registered an FIR against unknown cops of the Rajasthan Police. Let's quickly go across now live to my colleague, Saurabh Shukla. Saurabh, can you tell us what's the latest? What do we know about these cops and FIRs against them?
Absolutely, as you have rightly said, Sanket, that it is now Haryana Police versus Rajasthan Police, as Rajasthan Police is definitely investigating the role of cops who were deployed, Haryana Police cops who were deployed at Firozpur Zirka Police Station, who helped all the accused to escape from police station and asked the accused to take injured Junaid and Nasir from that police station. And now, on 18 February, Sanket, according to the mother of Shrikant, who is one of the accused in the murder case of Junaid and Nasir, according to her complaint, on 18th of February, there were a few cops from Rajasthan Police. They arrived at Shrikant's residence. Shrikant is absconding, still absconding. They started interrogating his wife and then allegedly assaulted her. And she was pregnant, 8 months pregnant, and then which led to her miscarriage. So investigation was on, and today in the afternoon FIR was registered under section 354, under sections of negligence against the unknown cops of Rajasthan Police. So this is the FIR. And Sanket, is a very important issue. According to the police official, SP Nuh, the cause of death, because post-mortem also happened, and the cause of death has not been revealed yet. Though according to our sources in Rajasthan Police, they are saying they have not assaulted Shrikant's wife.
Sure.
In fact, they interrogated Shrikant's brothers. They did not touch Shrikant's wife. Miscarriage happened due to natural reasons.
Sure.
So we have to wait and watch what
but,
action Haryana Police takes against Rajasthan
Saurabh,
Police.
But
that is going to be very interesting.
Quickly coming back to, you've been tracking this story ever since it happened. Now, certain FIRs have been accessed by NDTV, which you have gone through. Would you like to tell our viewers what were the key findings of these FIRs?
Absolutely. In this whole case, Junaid and Nasir's murder case, there are 5 accused, but now 13 accused. The initial five accused, Rinku Saini, Lokesh Singla and Shrikant, they used to work for Haryana Police as their informers. We have accessed 4 to 5 FIRs. 3 were registered in January of this month under section of Cow Slaughter Act of Haryana. So these accused used to supply information to Haryana Police regarding cow smugglers. So in an FIR which I have accessed, Haryana Police has written Lokesh Singla as Haryana Police's informer, and in that FIR, Haryana Police has also written that Haryana Police had took Lokesh Singla for the raids. So these accused used to accompany Haryana Police on raids against cow smugglers. So in this whole case, that's what we've been saying from last 4 days in our all reports, that the cops, Haryana Police cops who were deployed at Firozpur Zirka, they were known to these accused. They abducted Nasir and Junaid under the suspicion of cow smuggling. They assaulted both of them. Junaid and Nasir were badly injured. Then these accused took them to Firozpur Zirka police station to their known cops. And when the cops saw the condition of injured Junaid and Nasir, they thought they might die. They suggested that these accused should take these victims to Rajasthan police or to somewhere else, because if they die here in police station, the police and these accused will come under the radar. That is why they did not take action against these accused, because these accused are known to these police officials.
Okay.
Ideally, accused should have been arrested. Junaid and Nasir should have been sent to hospital.
Right.
But this is the whole story. And now,
Right. This is
the role of Haryana police official is being looked after by a committee formed by
exactly,
Haryana police
which is
itself.
why we say that
ACP,
now in this
ASP,
context,
Usha
now that
Kundu
there is an
heading that
FIR
committee.
against unknown cops of the Rajasthan police, this has the role of the police, Haryana police, is in question. The manner in which this investigation is going on and the truth that emerges of these perpetrators and their association with the police. So could this be a case where the police is providing patronage to these perpetrators? That's what we are going to debate. Let's introduce our guest, Prateek Som, National Spokesperson of the JJP, Jan Nayak Janata Party. Mahesh Verma, spokesperson of the BJP. Swati Malik is the National Spokesperson of the Congress Party, and Sanjay Jha is a political analyst. We'll begin with you, Mr. Som. In Haryana, the role of the cops is now in question.
Okay. See, Sanket, just to begin with it, there are some facts and there are some realities which we have to face. In India, cow vigilantism is growing. We understand that because there is a belief of religion of people of our country. We are a Hindu-dominated society, and that is why even in our constitution there are several acts which is mandated by constitution which protect cows. And it is also, the responsibility of the state.
Mr. Som, there are many laws in this country that protect humans also.
I'll come to it.
In fact, last heard, killing someone or burning someone in a car is crime.
Right.
The very same
Sanket,
Indian
I'll
law.
come to it. So far as all right. Sanket, so far as this incident is concerned, we respect that, whatever vigilantism has to happen, this cannot be under the shade of illegal activities and, horrific incidents which has happened in Bhiwani / Luharu, wherein these two people were found in a burnt condition. If Haryana police has to, has some kind of role in it, that must be investigated. We are not supporting it. However, we also have to see. However, Sanket, let me complete.
No, Mr. Som,
Sanket,
I have limited time. That's why I want a very specific intervention. You say there are laws to protect cows.
We have to ask.
There are laws to protect.
Also see the conduct
there are
of
laws
Rajasthan
to protect
police.
Human beings also. And when you see repeatedly visuals coming out of the sort of proximity people like Monu Manesar enjoyed with the cops, acting as informers,
right? See,
then how can one expect a fair probe?
Sanket, we have to see the expectation of fair probe should be on the same sides as with the Haryana police vis-a-vis Rajasthan police. What is the conduct of Rajasthan police? They barged into a house of one of the alleged persons, and then what happens? There is a miscarriage of his wife and that infant dies. Now, shouldn't it be probed? It should be probed on the same lines. So far as this incident is concerned, a SIT has been formed by Superintendent of Police Nu, where a responsible officer of the rank of Additional SP Usha Kundu has now concluded that a FIR must be registered by against Rajasthan Police.
Okay, Swati Malik, how would you respond?
And if there is anything
Swati
against
Malik,
Monu or whoever it
Prateek
is,
Som
it must
was a
be
representative of the Haryana government. His party is in an alliance in Haryana. He says that the role of Rajasthan cops is also in question. How would you respond?
Sanket, thank you for having this debate. And it's really unfortunate how Mr. Som started. Anyways, I don't want to go into, the beginning of his argument or discussion, whatever explanation. But the role of Rajasthan police is what you're talking about. I'm sure all of us here have read what Mr. Ashok Gehlot has already tweeted, where the DG police Rajasthan ने स्पष्ट किया है कि हरियाणा में आरोपी के घर घुस के राजस्थान पुलिस द्वारा परिजनों से मारपीट की खबरें निराधार हैं। उक्त आरोपी के घर में राजस्थान पुलिस ने प्रवेश ही नहीं किया। So I think Mr. Som also needs to get his facts complete and not go by these rumors what are being spread. That, of course, I know there is an FIR against Rajasthan Police, but that is only and only. Again, I don't want to make this about, two states, because this crime is much bigger than all of us.
Unfortunately, that is what it has become. And this is so unfortunate.
Sakit. Very unfortunate. So instead of, I don't want to hear, of course, I have multiple points to point out how Haryana Police is protecting these people, like you said yourself, the proximity with the cops, and how they have been informers, and how they are these Gorakshaks, and how the national highway today was blocked. But I don't want to make it about just that. This is a crime which is against the state, against the society.
Mahesh Verma, I want to bring you in here. Mr. Mahesh Verma, आपको नहीं लगता है कि ये एक बहुत गंभीर मुद्दा है कि दो लोग, कुछ ऐसे लोगों पर आरोप लगा है, दो लोगों को जिंदा जला देने का, गाड़ी में जिंदा जला करके मार डालने का, उन लोगों पर आरोप लगा है जो कि पुलिस के साथ, प्रशासन के साथ लगातार उनकी तस्वीरें दिखी हैं, लगातार एक करीबी एस्टैब्लिश हो चुकी है, और उसके बाद भी वो बचते चले जा रहे हैं, कोई गिरफ्तारी नहीं हो रही। आपको नहीं लगता है कि ये अपने आप में एक बहुत ही गंभीर मसला है? और हमने इस पूरी बात को और उसकी गंभीरता से हटा करके वी हैव रिड्यूस्ड इट टू अ फाइट बिटवीन पुलिस वर्सेस पुलिस, स्टेट वर्सेस स्टेट।
नहीं संकेत जी, बिल्कुल आपने सही सवाल उठाया, और एक संवेदना की बात है, एक अमानवीय कृत्य है, एक दरिंदगी है, और उस दरिंदगी में जब कहीं मातम नजर आना चाहिए तो उसमें मौका ढूंढा जा रहा है। सवाल है कि 72 घंटे के किडनैप के बाद जो दो जवानों को जो जलाया गया, आखिर में उसमें लापरवाही किसकी थी? और उस लापरवाही से भी पहले मैं ये कहूंगा कि याद करिए कि हम ही और आप लोग बैठ के यहाँ फजलू खान को डिस्कस करते थे। फजलू खान के टाइम में गोरक्षक और गोभक्षक की बात जो चली, उसके बाद उसमें क्या हुआ? सारे लोग जो है, निर्दोष लोगों को पुलिस ने जो है, इसी मौकाप्रस्त लोगों को, यही लोग हैं जो हिंदू मुसलमान करते हुए, इसी तरह का डिबेट शुरू करते हुए, इसी तरह का सवाल खड़ा करते हुए निर्दोष लोगों को राजस्थान पुलिस ने उठाया, उनकी जिंदगी बर्बाद कर दी, उनको हिरासत में रखा, और 2019 में वो सारे लोग बरी हो गए। आखिर क्यों? और उसमें मालूम है क्या लिखा गया? कि भगवान जाने कि किसने फजलू खान की हत्या करी। क्या मजाक है इस देश में कि आज जो है 2 जवान को जिंदा जला दिया गया, उसके बाद एक के घर में बिना वारंट के घुसा जाता है, उसकी पत्नी की लात मार के उसके बच्चे को मार गिराया जाता है। इस अमानवीय कृत्य को कैसी एक सभ्य समाज बर्दाश्त कर लेगा? क्या मतलब बनता है इस तरह की चीजों का? और हम कह रहे हैं कि भाई हरियाणा पुलिस और राजस्थान पुलिस लड़ रही है। इस देश में आपके हमारे घर में ऐसी घटना घटी होती है, कैसे आप
बिल्कुल जो भी अमानवीय है उसके खिलाफ जांच हो, यही मूल प्रश्न। माय प्राइमरी क्वेश्चन इज दिस, दैट वी हैव रिड्यूस्ड दिस।
मुझे बोलने दीजिए। आप कम से कम अपने दर्शकों को इसका लाभ उठाने दीजिए कि इस देश में इस तरह की जब घटना होती है, तो इस घटने पे जब कोहराम मचता है, और जब ये मौका प्रस्त लोग जो है जिस तरह से चिल्लाते और चीखते हैं, और उसके आड़ में पुलिस जो है उस प्रेशर में आके किसी भी निर्दोष आदमी के साथ गलत काम करेगी।
किसी भी निर्दोष के साथ गलत नहीं होना चाहिए, यही तो मैं कह रहा हूं।
सवाल वही है ना, आज के डेट में हो क्या रहा है? आपने ये कहा कि हरियाणा पुलिस और राजस्थान पुलिस की टकराहट बढ़ रही है। सवाल यह है कि इससे पहले इस तरह की घटना घटती है, उन घटनाओं में क्या हुआ? ये जो मौका प्रस्त थे, आज उनके आंसू पोंछने के लिए किसी ने हाई कोर्ट में अपील करी, किसी ने सुप्रीम कोर्ट में अपील करी, किसी ने कहा कि भाई आखिर में फजलू खान मारा गया तो किसने मारा? राजस्थान पुलिस, गहलोत सरकार की फेल्यूर के बारे में किसने उंगली उठाई? आज हम जो
my point is you are going to Fazlu Khan. Let's stick to this. Can we please stick to this incident? Right now there is a very clear perpetrator. We know about his proximity with the police, and he's on the run. And now, unfortunately, the unfortunate turn of events is that instead of concentrating, I mean, it would serve your interest or the Haryana government's interest if you catch hold of the culprits. But that is not happening. Sanjay Jha.
Sanket, good evening, and I want to tell you first, thank you very much for discussing this issue, because many of the channels aren't even bothering to entertain such a serious subject because it deserves national attention. And, the choice of the word entertain also, I feel, seems inappropriate given the extremely horrific nature of the murders of 2 young people. I mean, as the gentleman was speaking before me, all of us are now becoming normalized to hate or what? I mean, can you imagine, Sanket, you know it, that America rose when George Floyd was brutally murdered and, the cop was, literally kind of throttling him to death. If it is established today that whether it is the Haryana police or the Rajasthan police, frankly, I don't care. But if they have actually allowed this barbaric, gruesome murders to happen, they have looked away, a pregnant woman has been assaulted, what kind of a society are we becoming? And my question is, frankly, forget an investigation. Where are the chief ministers of the respective states taking steps to make sure that justice is given, whether it is in the territory of one or the territory of the other? I mean, end of day, this is so shocking and disgraceful that, how do we talk about Davos and GDP and growth rates and, XYZ when this is what is going on in our country? And clearly, no one seems to be at all apprehensive of law. I mean, I can't even imagine, Sanket, today, the fate of the families and the relatives and the friends of these two young people who have been killed, clearly by cow vigilantes. And you have people on your panel today who seem to be speaking without any remorse and just saying, well, this is something that we need to respect the sensitivities of X or Y community. I mean, what's going on here? And in any other society, Sanket, let me put the ball in the middle of the court. The prime minister of the country needs to respond. Every time I hear a defense, where will the prime minister have the time to comment on it? He's got bigger fish to fry. Really? There are people of the country being killed mercilessly. I mean, whether it's driven by communal hate or cow vigilantism or just politically motivated, I don't know. But the truth is somebody needs to respond here, because I think this is just far too disgraceful to even comment on beyond this.
Mr. Prateek Som, I want to come to you now. Don't you think that this could also be a subject matter of immediate investigation, that the people you used as police informers actually thought that they are the law unto themselves? You look at the investigation, I mean, FIRs which have been accessed by NDTV, they state that 3 of the accused were working as police informers. 3 of the 5 accused accompanied cops during raids on these alleged cow smugglers. 4 FIRs from previous cases cite that 3 of the 5 accused were police informers. So why should this not be investigated? I mean, are we trying to build some, some form of extrajudicial army?
Of course, Sanket, among all the 4 panelists, you have interrupted me in all of my statements. Let me first complete. First of all, I have given a statement that there is a difference between a kind of fancy statements which other panelists is given and what is the position of law in this country. When a FIR gets registered, it has to be investigated. And when it gets investigated, there is a due process of law which is to be followed. Notices has to be issued. It cannot be, we are not living in such state where, you are searching for accused and you are hitting on somebody's wife and miscarriages are happening, and now we are debating that it should not happen, that other, on that state, this crime should not be investigated. We are painful about both of the incidents. The incident of these 2 boys, this is really unfortunate. It should not happen. Of course, about this infant who is to see the light of the day, who is to come in this world, and he has been hit by, he's been hit by
Mr. Som, please, by all means, now an FIR has been registered. But if you could come to the point, Mr. Som, and then you will accuse me of interrupting you. The point very simply is that do you feel that these people who you used as informers thought that they have become law unto themselves? And that requires investigation.
Where is the extrajudicial powers ki tarah input? That has to be investigated. Sanket, exactly. See, we have to understand that among the 2 individuals, there can be a crime. But when state commits a crime, why it should not be investigated? What is the reason for Rajasthan police to barge into somebody's house and, doing these kind of acts? It should
Nobody is saying you should not investigate. I believe there is an FIR which has been filed by the Haryana Police.
Supreme Court, Sanket, let me tell you, the cow protection laws has even been ratified by Supreme Court of India. There is some legal sense into it. I am not supporting the vigilantism and illegal activities.
Okay, well then actions will speak. Actions will speak louder than words as we go along. Let's see when you will be able to arrest Monu Manesar and the others who are still absconding, who very clearly thought that they are the law. In fact, they are above the law. The FIRs that NDTV has access shows that they were being used as police informers, which is not an illegal thing to do. But what if people think that they themselves are the cops? They themselves are the judge, jury, executioner, everyone. In that situation, a problem occurs. Extrajudicial killing happens. Extrajudicial activity starts happening. And that's what one needs to avoid. Thank you very much for joining us. We are stopping for a short break at this moment. More news and updates on the other side.